Today I want to show you something a little different. This is a 24-inch monitor, but it's not a normal monitor at all. This is an RLCD monitor, which means refractive LCD. And if you've been watching my channel, you probably know I really like e-paper and eye-friendly displays, so I was very curious about how this kind of monitor would fit in real daily use. Instead of using strong backlighting like a regular LCD, this monitor uses natural light. Because of that, the image looks much more like real paper, and it's designed to be easier on your eyes. And honestly, you can really feel difference since the screen refracts light instead of shining light directly into your eyes. There's less glare, less flicker, and much less blue light. So even after long sessions, your eyes feel a lot more relaxed. Right now, I have this monitor connected to my MacBook and I'm using it as a secondary display. For this indoor test, I just want to show you how it looks in a normal home environment. Let's start with text readability, because that's probably the most important use case for a monitor like this. Since this is a 24-inch screen, you can see a lot of text at once, which feels very comfortable. For this demo, I increased the font size, but even with a smaller text, everything is still very clear and easy to read. Even when I bump up the font size, the clarity is impressive. You can experience a texture that feels just like reading a physical book. Personally, I think PDF files look even better on this display. If you read a lot of documents, research papers, or manuals, this monitor gives a really nice reading experience. That said, there is a downside. Because this monitor doesn't have its own backlight, color reproduction is limited. For example, graphs and chart would look better if the bar colors were more vivid and easier to distinguish. So for reading and text-based work, it's great, but for color critical content, this isn't the best choice. Normally, e-paper displays are not good for watching videos because the refresh rate is very low. But this is RLCD and technically it's still an LCD, so it supports the standard 60Hz refresh rate. That means watching video is actually totally fine, motion looks smooth, and there's no problem with playback. Of course, like I mentioned before, colors don't look as strong because there's no backlight, but in terms of motion and smoothness, it works surprisingly well. Now let's move on to the outdoor test. Another cool point is power consumption. This monitor uses very little power. You can actually run it with just 5V USB power. For this test, I prepared a Raspberry Pi 5 and a camera module running on it. The camera uses a 1-inch sensor, so it can capture very high quality images. Normally, using a monitor outdoors is almost impossible under direct sunlight. Regular monitors reflect light and become very hard to see, but this monitor works in the exact opposite way. Because it reflects ambient light, the screen actually becomes more visible under strong sunlight. Even in very bright conditions, I can clearly see what's on the display. And since it uses very little power, I think this monitor could be a great option for outdoor projects or IoT applications. So what's the verdict? If you're looking for a vibrant, professional color, this might not be your primary choice, but if you are like me and spend all day reading, coding, and writing, and your eyes are feeling the strain, this is a lifesaver. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next project.